The Texas company whose production plants remain closed released a statement saying 750 full-time employees and 700 part-time workers are losing their jobs. That represents about 37% of the company's 3,900 employees. Bluebell says another 1,400 workers will be furloughed, and employees essential to the ongoing cleanup and repair efforts will continue working but have their pay reduced. The layoffs come after the company signed agreements on Thursday with health officials in Texas and Oklahoma detailing steps the company will follow to resume production. Patrick Foss, SRN News.
House Republicans introduced a 2-month extension of the Federal Highway and Mass Transit Program barely 2 weeks before it expires. Without an extension, officials worry that federal cash infusions would end just as the summer construction season begins. More details at srnnews.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit inatlagunabeach.com.
Chuck Wilder here, host of the original Talkback. Noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, 3 to 5, out there on the East Coast. You know, we cover everything you need to know to keep up with what they don't want you to know. Talkback, CRN, Digital Talk, noon to 2 Pacific Daylight Savings Time.
Animal lovers, it's time for Rescue Radio. And now here are your hosts, Christina Hackett and Chad Adkins.
All right, good morning and welcome to Rescue Radio. I'm Christina Hackett.
And I'm Chad Adkins.
And we would like to discuss with you guys just the rescue world. And so that's what we're here to chat about. Chad and I both have over 17 years of experience in the rescue world.
In the crazy rescue world, yes.
Yes, we're all a little crazy. You have to be a little off to go on the adventure.
Yes, that is true.
So what we want to talk to you about with our show is we really want to just bring it to the public. Like give them the information, what stories, maybe what's going on.
How they can help.
Yeah, exactly.
What they can do in their community.
Yeah, I mean, we want to just show you how every person can make a difference and every life counts, and so that's going to be our focus of the show.
So, Christina, why don't you start by telling them a little bit about yourself and how you began?
Well, I'm a little crazy. Okay, I'll say it first. You have to be just the schedules and to try to keep up with the dogs and everything else that's going on out there. You have to be a little off. So I'll say that I am, first and foremost, but I have an extreme passion for the animals. Started over 15 years ago, working in a grooming shop. Actually.
Interesting.
So that's how I started, and then it turned into this overwhelming world where it's just all about the animals for me. How about you, Chad?
Well, about 2 years ago, I met my business partner, Christina Morgan, and we began PawWorks. PawWorks is a nonprofit out of Ventura County, and our goal was to actually begin to make Ventura County the first major county in California to be no-kill.
Well, you guys are doing some amazing stuff there.
Thank you. Yes, it is definitely blood, sweat, and tears out there. And I'm proud to say that we have been able to make Ventura County no-kill, pulling, I think we're at about over 1,000 animals now in our first year and a half.
Wow. And that's two people. I mean, you guys have a great team.
We do.
But you and Christina Morgan, you guys came together as a team and you guys said, okay, let's do this, and this is our mission to make Ventura County a no-kill.
Yes.
And It's official. It's a no-kill shelter as of today, right?
As of January 14, 2014, it was a no-kill shelter. Our first month, we were able to actually make them no-kill.
I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And then your organization, we met, about 6-8 months ago, Animal Foundation of America?
Yeah, we met at the shelter. It was
that is correct.
I volunteer at the Agora Animal Shelter, so we met at the shelter. And so Animal Foundation of America, we focus on we work a lot with the medical dogs, and so those are really important to us because those are the ones that don't get out.
That is true. So it's sadly, when you go into the medical ward, those are usually, and especially in a high kill shelter, they're the first to go.
Oh, absolutely.
They need to make room.
They got to make room, and they send them out. So, so that's what Animal Foundation likes to focus on. So we like to pull them and get them better, and then PawWorks helps us out quite a bit with the with placing those dogs. So
absolutely,
after they're better.
But we will be back. You are listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Fantastic. 60 seconds. Okay. We should move the clock.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Breaking in.
Okay. Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So next we're actually one of our next segments is actually going to be the news. Rescue news, local news, all over California and national. So why don't you start with our first story today?
Okay, so what we're looking at the City of Stockton Animal Shelter, they're full. They're out of space, and so they're offering free adoptions for pit bulls. The shelter manager, Philip Zimmerman, imposes a plan to adopt out pit bulls for free, resulting in the question whether controversial, often misunderstood breed being dropped off in record numbers in the shelter will find responsible adoptive homes.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, this is a tough one. It's a real tough one because it's a matter of if they're full, then obviously we know that they're going to
do something.
Something has to change. Mm-hmm. So if they stay there, then it's the inevitable. They're full. They're out of space. Pit bulls are generally the first to go.
Pit bulls are Chihuahuas.
Medical and your pit bulls.
Yes.
Those are the ones that go first. But then you also have they're free. So they're just getting them out there. So what happens to them then?
I actually have to agree with you. With this, I find with my rescue, if you don't put value on something, they don't treat it with value. So what tends to happen is many of these animals that actually do get out, they are either not properly treated or they end up coming back in the long run.
So, and what's really best for them? I mean, you obviously have dog fighting rings, and pit bulls are prime meet for that type of situation, and you have other people who just don't do right by them. So what's best for them? I mean, I guess really it's a matter of opinion. You know
what? We would love your opinion. We'll be having a call section. You can call us at 818-353-1276. That'll be in looks like about our fifth section today. So, yes, definitely call when you want to speak about this. But I have to say, I think there's a better use of the funds, offering training programs. People are willing to pay the $100, $110 that most shelters charge, $125, whatever it is. Again, I think it's putting value on it, and I think the resources are better used elsewhere.
Yeah, it's a tough call for shelters, though, right? I mean, they're out of space, so what do? And so it's always a tough question for the shelters. So that's the story in the Stockton Animal Shelter, and then we have over here some stuff going on with Orange County. What's going on with that, Chad?
Well, there's a story out there right now. ABC7 posted, OC Animal Care is under investigation over past employee claims of unethical practices. Employees claim that the shelter pressures them to bring in more money. A former veterinarian on staff claims his signature was forged on rabies certificates.
Wow. That's bad.
That's really bad. Current staff say the questionable practices continued due to fear of retaliation from management. Many former employees have been questioned by a grand jury investigator in the alleged offenses.
Now, this is a big deal. It really is. I mean, I understand cost-saving measures, but...
And I understand bringing in more money, but at what risk?
Yeah, well, and I think that's something, too, that we want to talk about on the show. We want to show people how they could bring in more money to their shelters so you don't have things like this. But this is pretty serious, a grand jury investigation.
It is. All I can say is I hope, for the shelter's sake, that this is not true.
Sheltering the animals.
Well, that's what I mean. Because if it is, then what's going to end up happening is probably more funds will be cut, staff will be cut, which means... the dogs don't get out. Who takes care of the animals?
Yeah.
So then that means...
The rescues need to get out there.
Yes, rescue.
So, we've got some good news here.
Yay.
Right? Yeah, we've got a little bit of good news. So a San Diego family lost their German Shepherd 3 years ago during the chaos surrounding a breakup. So Andrea Ars and her 2 daughters were devastated when their dog Rico was taken away from them. But then all disappeared when they received a call a couple weeks ago when a shelter worker in Virginia, found Rico wandering alone in the streets. Rico was flown back to San Diego, scratching eagerly at his crate when he heard his family's voices after 3 years.
3 years. And I have a strong opinion about this because I know the only reason that they found this animal was because of a microchip.
Right.
And
all the way in Virginia, and they're in San Diego.
And we're PowerWorks is huge advocates of microchipping. We recently started doing spay and neuter clinics, and one of the things we do is we do free microchips for anybody who spay and neuters their animals.
And how wonderful is that?
And with that, the price of the microchip, which we take in, we also register for them if they don't. So we get all their information, we make sure it's registered to them, and I speak from experience because we have flown animals to other rescues out of state, and we have got the call when they got out.
Look at that. Because you've got a responsible rescue that's backing those animals, and they're getting microchipped, and it's scanned, and so then you know where that animal went.
Yeah, and it's pretty scary because, we've from all the way from Idaho, we've gotten a call saying... your dog's here, and we're like, no, it's not.
Right. You're like, how is that possible?
Yeah,
we're in California. Right.
So, yeah, it's pretty scary, and I think this is a testament to the owner and her responsibility of the animal, and it's actually pretty sad that, through a domestic dispute that, she didn't get to see her animal for the past 3 years and have her kids grow up with it.
Right. Yeah. But the dog's reunited, so it's a positive story,
happy story in the end.
All the way from, where was it, Virginia?
Yes, I believe it was.
I went on to another, sorry, my reading, I went on to,
Virginia.
So all the way from Virginia. So Virginia all the way back here to California and San Diego. So that's pretty amazing.
So let's turn to a little bit darker story. Out in Whitman, Arizona, a search warrant revealed 100 animals living in despicable conditions at a residence of Colleen Jolly. The Animal Crimes Unit found puppies living in closed boxes with a hole on the top, one hole in the top to receive air. Puppies of high-end breeds, including English bulldogs, French bulldogs, and others, were found living in their own feces without essential food and water. A 3-year-old child was also reported as living amongst the feces and removed from the home. Other animals removed included 2 emaciated horses and a bird. Jolie faces at least 1 count of animal abuse for each animal and a charge of child neglect.
You know, this is a story. It just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart because, I mean, again, these are this currently charges that are pending against her. So I just want to say, in general, when you see something like this, when there's this many animals, 100 animals, and if you've ever had an English Bulldog mom, those puppies, they need so much care in the very beginning.
Well, absolutely. And beyond that, this is the dark side of rescue, because this woman probably started as a rescue or felt like she was saving the animals, and a puppy mill. Or a puppy mill. These breeds, we don't know. I'm speculating, but very often, they get paid a lot of money for these dogs, these breeds, you know. I'm hoping this is not the dark side of rescue, because this is what gives us a bad name and adds to the craziness of our whole industry. Well, they do say that there's puppies. So since there's puppies, I'm going to go with, I think it's probably a puppy mill. It's a puppy mill situation. So that's I mean, it's horrific. And there's a kid here also. A baby was found. I know. 3 years old. I have a 7-year-old, so I could not imagine. Yeah, no, it's horrible. It's horrible. So in closing, before we go away, I did want to mention, out in Athens, Georgia, there was a Desert Storm veteran that smashed a window to free a Pomeranian. Oh, yeah, I love that story. We'll talk more about that when we come back. You are listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Minetti. And many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanacin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanacin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
Okay, welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio. So now we had the story that we started to go into.
We did. So let's just go into it right before we go back into our adoptable pet of the week.
Look at her.
Miss Paige over here. But let's get to this story real quick. It started in Athens, Georgia. A man faces charges for criminal trespass for smashing a car window to save a dog. Resident Michael Hammonds, a Desert Storm veteran of all other things, smashed a window to free a Pomeranian from a hot, locked car. Georgia law states that a person can perform this action to save a child, but not a dog.
Okay, so, and he also, I read part of it where he used like a part of his wife's wheelchair or something like that to bust the window. So when I read this story, I said, oh my goodness, I need to get my bail money ready now because it's getting warm here in Southern California, and I can guarantee you if I see a dog in there and it's in distress, well, I've got a few people lined up right now to bail me out already.
Well, I can tell you this is going to be a hot topic, so definitely call us at 818-353-1276 to voice your concerns about this whole issue. But I don't want to take any more time away from our adoptable pet of the week.
Oh, look at this little baby.
We have today Miss Paige.
Isn't she gorgeous?
She is a 12-week-old Chihuahua Shih Tzu mix.
Yes, she is.
No one would ever guess that. And the only reason I know is because I got this beautiful girl from Animal Foundation of America.
No. And, she was brought to my attention. So her mom, which was Mooney, she was brought to my attention from Melanie, actually, from Bark Avenue.
Wonderful.
I received an email. She said, Christina, I know that the Animal Foundation works with moms and puppies, and I saw this these one-day-old puppies at Castaic. And so I said, okay, let's go. So we headed out there. We got Mom and this little girl. She was about this big.
And the interesting thing about this is all brothers and sisters were fluffy and looked like the Shih Tzu.
You couldn't even see that they were a Chihuahua.
And then this one?
She looks more like a terrier.
Terrier, Chihuahua, something going on.
Yeah, so isn't she gorgeous though? So she's 12 weeks old, and so Paw Works actually helps Animal Foundation of America once they're adoptable.
Yes.
Then we work with Paw Works very closely with these adoptable
they
pets.
come into our rescue, and basically there's a few ways that you can find more information about her. Today, she will actually be at the Oaks Mall in Thousand Oaks.
Which you guys have a fabulous store there. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's our adoption store and boutique. You can buy great products for your animals. Everything goes back to the foundation. It's 100% nonprofit. But that is at 180 West Hillcrest, Thousand Oaks, 91360.
And that's the Thousand Oaks Mall.
That is the Thousand Oaks. We're right across, and we're on the outdoor portion, right across from Forever 21, so you can't miss us. Or you can find more information on our website at pawworks.org. And basically, to take this little girl home, what you need is to come in, fill out our application, you pay the adoption fee, and we do a home check on all of our...
Which is very important because that's one of the things in rescue that it's different than a shelter, really, because we're doing those home checks, and your people are out there, and you're making sure. I mean, they don't all work out, but we do everything that we can, and Paw Works definitely does everything that they can to ensure that truly is their forever home.
Absolutely, and we find that the home check is more of, especially for people who haven't had a dog in a while or a rescue dog, because they are a little different than when you get them. This young, it's much easier. Right. You have to deal with the puppy stage, but you get to train them and you get to know their personality from the get-go, where a lot of these older dogs already have a personality, and they have to blend into your new family.
And you check it out and just see what kind of environment. And you give them pointers, if there's a gate that you think the dog can get out. Because let's face it, like we're dealing with dogs every day and they're not, Well,
and the other thing is a lot of these dogs who came in as strays, they have that fight or flight mentality. So there might be that little hole in the fence that they would never think that their Chihuahua would ever go out, and it probably wouldn't. But this new Chihuahua that they're bringing in,
right?
Because that fight or flight, and they're not bonded with the family yet. You have to look out for those things. So it's very simple. It's not to scope out the house, and we're not the CIA over here of rescues, but we want to make sure that you understand what it means to take in a rescue animal.
Right, and that's really what you're doing by the home check, because there's things that you might see that they just take for granted. They don't notice that little hole, like you were saying, or they think, oh, well, that's no problem. It's been there, or my last dog, that was fine. But maybe they've got a smaller dog or a bigger dog, and so that's something that you have to take into consideration. So this is Paige. And now, does PawWorks have a phone number?
We do. You can actually call me on my cell phone.
Oh, look at that. Paige is pretty special.
I will give you special attention. So you can reach us at 805-616-4101. You can also reach us online at pawworks.org. Or come into the store today, because we know every puppy lover needs a new leash, needs a new collar, needs new treats. Come into our location at the Oaks Mall. It's our new adoption center and boutique. And we have many. I think we have about a dozen animals there today, cats and dogs. So, you can find your new best friend and bring them home.
And it's a fabulous place. And so make sure and give Chad. Look at all the kisses that Paige has given him. All right.
Well, you are listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
All right.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson. Attention men who've taken Androgel or any other testosterone therapy products. Androgel or other low-T products have been linked to heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, even death. Scientific studies indicate that the use of testosterone therapy products may double a man's risk of heart attack. If you or a loved one took Androgel or a testosterone therapy product and suffered from a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, or any other cardiac event, you might be entitled to financial compensation. You have rights, and you need to let us fight for your rights. And you pay no fees unless we win. So call the tort attorneys right now. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921. Cases may be referred to participating law firms in your jurisdiction.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you could double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
Okay, so welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So our next segment is very near and dear to both of our hearts. It's something that we're going to be calling Jet's Joint. And every week we're going to actually be focusing on a medical case. Either one of our rescues or another rescue that really needs attention and needs help with, because one of the largest expenses for any rescue is veterinarian cost. Mm-hmm. Whether it's surgery, whether it's vaccines, spay and neuter, I mean, the list is endless.
Right.
So today we have...
This is Bill. So, well, the premise behind Jet's Joint when we originally talked about it, because like you said, the situation with medical, it can balloon so rapidly, and that's a lot of the reason you see these dogs being put to sleep in local shelters.
Absolutely.
They don't have the resources. They're trying, the healthy, cute, 2-year-old dogs are trying to get out and fighting for their life in a shelter.
Of course. I mean, it's anything. You eat the highly adoptable, you want to move first because it takes less resources.
Right. And, I mean, they're feeding these dogs and they're, they've got staff and, what they can do, and they're trying to give shots and spay and neuter. And the system is set up so that there's nothing the shelter can really do. They're limited. And so a rescue group, and this is something very, very important.
Well, and I also have to point out, speaking from experience with the vets as well, they're so overworked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's 8 hours a day, and...
Well, there's 8 hours. They work 8 hours a day. So,
because it's a county facility.
It's county, and there's budgets. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on. So 8 hours
a day, 200 plus animals in most shelters, unless you're a smaller shelter. But the shelter in Ventura County, 200 plus animals, and the vet has to see most of those.
Well, and spay and neuter those dogs. I mean, because everyone coming out has to be spayed or neutered. And then if you have an emergency situation, what's the vet supposed to do?
Exactly. Everything stops.
They call you. They call Paw Works or they call Animal Foundation of America.
Absolutely.
And
so tell us the premise of Jet's Joint so everybody can understand. It's medical, but why is it near and dear to your heart?
It's near and dear to my heart because I had a client who was a Great Dane lab mix, and his name was Jet, and he was absolutely fat. I mean, even when I think about him now, it's been years, but very, very important to me. And his owner, Liz, has helped Animal Foundation of America in a number of ways.
Amazing.
And even after Jet has passed, so she's still there. And so an important part of this, I learned so much about medical through Jet, and it opened my eyes to really the need that there is out there for these medical dogs.
Was this kind of at the beginning of Animal Foundation of America when you were first out there?
Yeah, it was. Jet was one of my guys that I was learning.
Okay.
So he taught me a lot, just going through his medical conditions, and so going with everything with his mom, and just trying to get the right things, and what holistic things, and what acupuncture, and what's available. And this is someone's pet. So then it brought to my attention everything else with the animals that don't have homes, and so pulling these guys, I can't go into a medical ward. Like
I know.
I think you guys have put me on restriction.
You are not allowed allowed to go in the medical ward because you take them all.
Exactly. I go in, I'm like, okay, I only have 9 crates, can only take 9. Oh, do you guys have some crates I can borrow?
Yes. We've had this talk ad nauseum that as much as we all want to save them all, sometimes for our own, sustainability, we have to walk away and be like, okay, we have to focus on these animals right now. So this is one reason why we're doing this as well, because it is outrageously expensive, even though many of the vets we work with give us, breaks, 20, 30, 40%.
And there's some fabulous vets out there,
Absolutely.
I have to say, that work with rescues. And
Absolutely.
I know that even one of your vets, like I took a guy over there, I was like, hey, and he was fabulous.
Well, I would like to give a little shout out to Matt Stanman at Somas Veterinary Hospital and Stacy Rothman at Westlake Village Animal Hospital. They're both amazing, and they do amazing work for us, and we couldn't do it without them.
Oh, they are. It makes all the difference if you have a cost-effective vet.
So before the time runs out, tell me about this guy.
Okay, so I think I can get him up here. And I know those of you on radio, you can't really see him, but hi, baby. Oh, this is Bill. So Bill came in, and he had just the saddest face ever at the Downey Animal Shelter. And, of course, he was on one of my trips. I went there for one dog, but then I couldn't pass up this face.
So what kind of dog is Bill?
So he's a terrier mix, but he's just a whole lot of love, It's just like he's just a whole lot of awesome. And
what is going on with him?
So a whole lot of stuff. I'm using the word a whole lot just because I love him so much. So he has, let's see, I can even try to say this. I'm going to attempt. So a fractured right ilium, a fracture of bilateral ischium in 2 places, a fracture of the pubis bilaterally.
Okay, so a whole lot of stuff.
I told you, a whole lot of stuff.
So at the end, what is it going to take to make this guy 100% whole again?
Okay, so this guy right now, what we're doing is we've taken x-rays, and so we've got him on cage rest, and he just, as long as he's sitting in my lap, he's fine. He just loves the attention.
Surgery?
Right now, we're waiting to see.
Okay.
We're waiting to see because we've got him on kennel rest, and we're very limited pain meds because we don't want him feeling like he's fantastic and he could go running around. So we have him on limited pain meds, and then we'll re-X-ray and then see if how those fractures are healing and what the vet thinks.
Let's say worst case scenario, because in our world, worst case scenario happens a lot.
Yes, it does. So then I read off my list of fractures, and so then it's like, okay, that's a lot of pins, and it's plates, and it's
and have they given you an
surgeries.
estimate at this time, so people can understand what really this means?
Well, I think this little guy, he's so cute. Now it can range, and right now we're looking at a range between 2,500 to 3,800.
Okay.
Now we've done a number of X-rays on this guy, and so those things, they add up really quickly. So if you're interested in assisting with, he's on the mic. If you're interested in assisting with little Bill here, you can definitely. His information is going to be on our blog, but you can also look up Animal Foundation of America. And then we have a PayPal. So you can also do through the website, or you could just do PayPal. It's Christina at animalfoundationofamerica.com.
Wonderful. Hi, wonderful. Look at Bill. He's an amazing dog. And you know what? We're hoping, but remember, 2,500 to 3,800?
Yeah, definitely.
So again, if you can help Animal Foundation of America, look for them on the web. You can PayPal them. And again, you're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, Life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
All right. Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So next we have our call section. Hopefully over the next few weeks, you guys will be calling us and giving us a lot of phone calls. And to do that, you call 818-353-1276 to talk to us here at Rescue Radio.
Okay, so we have Larry in North Hollywood. Larry, welcome to Rescue Radio.
Thank you so much.
So what are you calling about today, Larry?
Well, I have two pugs.
Okay.
They're overweight. They weigh like 34 pounds each.
Wow. Okay.
I've tried everything to get them to lose weight, and someone this week told me I should feed them canned pumpkin from the supermarket.
To lose weight?
Yeah, to replace their soft food with canned pumpkin, and I have no idea if that's good for them or not good for them.
Well, from my experience, canned pumpkin is usually used when an animal has, some indigestion problems, intestinal tract. I've never heard of it to be losing weight.
For weight loss. Larry, you need to get your two pugs out walking more. I'm sure your wife would agree.
Yeah.
So pumpkin, maybe more of a filler? I don't know.
Well, can I ask, was it a vet that told you this?
No, not a vet. It was the woman in the park.
Oh.
Was she eating too much pumpkin?
Yeah, that's where I get my information mostly, in the park.
Well, I actually would highly suggest that you actually go to your vet. It could be a thyroid issue. There could be many other reasons that they're overweight. Or you might just have to go to a lower protein,
or a higher protein, less carbs food.
There you go.
Yeah. So, what are you currently feeding the pugs?
Lotus, dry food, and then frozen chicken patties. You defrost and you add to them, so they love it.
Well, if that's what you're feeding your dogs, I think I'll be over at 5 for dinner.
Right.
I want some chicken patties.
Yeah. And honestly, if true confessions, I cook chicken for them as well, like chicken breast and added to it.
Oh, so there you go. So
very devoted daddy.
Yeah, you love your little guys. That's fantastic. Now, how are they on exercise?
They walk at least 20, 30 feet a day. No.
So they're vigorously exercising.
From the refrigerator to the bed? Is that,
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's too embarrassing to actually tell you the honest truth. Sometimes I carry them, actually, for a walk.
Oh, well, you're getting your exercise in. I guess that's...
I guess he's working his arms.
Right, exactly. You're working your upper biceps, and you've got your cardio going, I'm sure.
I feel good. I feel terrific.
What are your pugs' names?
Groucho and Boots.
Groucho and Boots.
Is he very grouchy?
Yes. No, not at all. No.
Good.
No. They love everybody, everything. They have absolutely no defensive skills whatsoever.
I love those names, Groucho and Boots.
Well, they can't get up fast enough to have any defensive or offensive skills. They probably just roll.
Well, I'll stay away from the pumpkin and just try and get more exercise, I think.
And you know what? I think you bring an important thing, a question to the show. So, and there are some little helpful tips, some things that you can add. Like chia seed is one that someone came up with. It's for humans, but I've seen it work really well because it fills the animal, and so you can add it to their dry food. And
is that
so
supposed to raise their metabolism?
Well, it's supposed to do all kinds of things for humans, and so I added it with a dog that was always hungry, that they always felt like they were hungry, and so added chia seed, and so it's supposed to help with their metabolism, but it's also supposed to help them feel fuller faster. And so you can get it at like Sprouts or something like that.
So it probably expands in their stomach. Once
it's for humans. It's human grade.
I get that.
So I had a really good friend of mine. She did it with her boxers because they were hungry every second.
Okay.
And insisting on, that they definitely needed food. So that's what she added, and it really helped. It stopped them giving.
So this is just something that has worked for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not a professional opinion. I'm not a licensed veterinarian, but I had it recommended to me, and then I've used it with other dogs also. So it's just
terrific.
But we can definitely put more research up. We'll put it up on the blog. And
and maybe you're in North Hollywood. Maybe we'll put some links up for dog walkers and doggy daycares that we can get your dogs out there, so that you're not always lifting the weights.
No, I'll take them. I promise.
All right, Larry. Well, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate the call.
Thanks for calling Rescue Radio.
That was cute. So
yeah.
Well, he goes on a walk with his dogs. Like that's he carries them. You know.
Mean, I wouldn't call that a walk with the dogs.
Well, they're with him.
He might as well just get the backpack.
Yeah.
I sell them at the boutique.
I've seen people carry their little dogs, like they put them in a little wagon
or a stroller.
Yeah. But if they have got a weight loss thing,
35-pound pugs.
Well, little ones, but I'm sure he loves them very much. It sounds like he's making chicken for them, so maybe more chicken and less of the dry food.
Absolutely,
so then it's protein only.
And remember, if you want to call us, you can call us at 818-353-1276.
Yeah, I mean, we can, whatever, it's Crazy Rescue Hour, so we can, we're happy to discuss anything that you might have questions about regarding animal rescue. We might not know. Who knows?
And if we don't know, we'll look it up.
Right. And then
we'll ask our vets. We'll ask whoever we need to ask.
Yeah, we have resources out there. So.
We do, right?
Well, we do. We have vets. We have people. We have people.
Right. Okay. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Talk Radio.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Financially successful couples do three things. Investment advisor David Bach.
1, fund a retirement account. 2, create a security account. And 3, create what I call a dream account. And that dream account's for all the things that you want to do as a couple between now and retirement.
Like nice trips or a down payment on a second home. How much to put in each? Bach says 10% of your earnings go in a retirement fund. And for that rainy day security account?
We like to see couples have at least 6 months of expenses set aside, and by the time you're in your 50s, even more is better. A year would be fantastic. And then there's more than just that. Get a will done.
And your power of attorney, health, and financial documents. Consider a living trust. Make sure all your accounts are tied to it. Once that's done, decide how much to put in that dream bank each month. And don't hesitate to mutually enjoy it. David Bach's book is Smart Couples Finish Rich. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. I'm Aileen Ellis.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool. Indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kvhmaui.com. That's kvhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Okay, welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
So, Miss Hackett, what do you have going on this week?
You know, let's see. Dogs and kittens and crazy.
No special events that you're having to throw or put on? Any adoption events?
You know, no. What do you got? What do you have?
Well, actually, right after this, I have to run because I actually will be going to the HSUS Gala this evening.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. So hopefully I'll be able to make a lot of good connections that can help us here in the rescue world.
Oh, yeah. No, and, you know, HSUS, we did, Animal Foundation did a commercial for them. Some of our pets were, like, in one of their commercials.
The star was Penny.
Yes, and Penny later, after the commercial, she was adopted out through PawWorks.
She came back. She came over to us, and she was adopted out.
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? I just love it. It's like
it's such a small world.
And when you see them, when you see the animals, and they go from one stage, whether they're puppies or they're sick or they're just sad little faces in the shelter, and you see them go from that. And I mean, you definitely. I'm always checking out your guys' stuff, especially if any of my guys went over there, because then it's like home check. Okay, I saw the picture. I saw the family. Like. Yeah. I'm stalking them now? No.
Well, it really does make a difference, and I think this is why both of us do this, because at the very end of the day, when you see them happy and running and playing.
And with a family.
They have a family. And they have that bond. I mean, that's the amazing thing.
Right.
Seeing these sad, scared, broken animals. And
we're just fixers. We're just fixers. Whoa. We're the middlemen. We're fixers. So that's what we do for them. And they, you know, I have to say, they fix me too. They fix me too. When I see them,
they complete you.
They do. I know it sounds so cheesy.
They had you at hello.
It sounds like one of those like silly storybook lines, but it's true. Like my day is not complete without just the love that they give me back and the appreciation that you get from them. So it's absolutely amazing. So, okay. Well, I don't want to forget to mention, because we had the jet joint segment. So I have a couple incredible veterinarians that I work with also. So I want to make sure and stick them in there really quick. So Malibu Coast Animal Hospital has been extremely helpful with me with a lot of my pets.
Awesome.
Dr. Lisa over there is fantastic. She gets me. And then I have Dr. Y in Westlake Village. And so she's actually taking care of an emergency case that I'm currently
working on.
I'm currently working
on.
While
we're on the show, right?
While we're on the show, like I'm texting and I have.
It never stops.
It doesn't, especially with these little guys. And so she's able to take them in, and I've got Lexi who's over there who's incredible. So she's
amazing.
Running,
Again, how do they help you with Bill?
Okay, so with Bill, so you can go directly to the website, Animal Foundation of America. There's a little donate section. Anything there is appreciated, even if it's $1, $5. Everything is helpful for
People
Bill.
don't realize that it literally, if every one of our Facebook followers or anybody who always says they want to help just gave $1, I mean, we would never have to ask for help again.
Right? It would change the world. I mean, it
really would.
Like it would change the world, and definitely the world for one of these little guys. So now how do we get in touch with Paige?
So let's remember, we have little Paige. She's 12-week-old Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix, and today, right after the show, she'll be actually going to the adoption center at the Oaks Mall. It's at 180 West Hillcrest. If you're not quite sure yet, but you still want to follow her, you can actually follow her on our Facebook page. You just search for PawWorks, or actually you can go to pawworks.org.
Okay, all right. And they should definitely like your page.
Well, they should like both of our pages.
Right. So we've got, so your page on Facebook is PawWorks, and mine is Animal Foundation of America. And so we've got lots of updates for lots of little guys on there. And so like us on Facebook, and then
pretty much our whole life story is on Facebook. Right. I mean, anything and everything we do every day is on Facebook.
It's all animal crazy. So
that is true. So I would like to say another shout out to my business partner, Christina Morgan.
She's incredible.
Today.
She's sassy, but incredible.
Hopefully we'll get her here next week.
Let's see what we can do. You can work on that.
Yes, but you know what? Follow us next week. We're going to be here every Saturday, 12 to 1 on Rescue Radio.
All right, and then we got call-in times next week also.
Yes. What time is our call-in time?
All right. Well, thank you so much. And you're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political